No, public?
It, oh, thank you. It did change by itself, so I'm making it public now.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready to roll.
Okay, it says we're live. I'm going to wait until at least one person
Okay.
is watching, and then we're going to go for it.
Okay.
Hopefully, that
Now,
won't
is it
be.
recording now?
It is absolutely. You know what? It's recording on Facebook for sure.
Okay.
And then I can go back and download
Go
it
back and
and,
edit it.
yeah, and
Yeah.
upload it
Okay.
to YouTube later.
Okay.
All right, so nobody is on yet. I mean, we could still go because at some point they're going to replay it, and we don't want too much lead time, and they can see what we're going to be speaking about. Okay, two people are on right now. Thank you all so much. I don't know who they are, but welcome to our very first Afriware cultural broadcasting system. Um, this showcase, I'll call it. And we're joined with Brother Benjamin Stanton, certified holistic health counselor and friend from way, way back. We don't even want to say how long
Right.
ago. But really, really happy to reconnect with him using technology to the max. I told you all
Yeah.
in my last video, I just got totally geeked out, got my green screen going, and we just wanted to share a conversation among friends talking about immune boosters in these times for people of color. And we will be watching your. Oh, hello, Luanza. We will be watching your comments throughout, and then at a certain time, we will answer your questions. So please feel free to use the comment section. So, Brother Ben, wow, we were at Lucent Technologies, or it was Bell Laboratories at the time, I think.
Right. Right.
Way, way back when we were both I was electrical engineering. I'm not sure if you were
Computer
Lexi,
science.
computer science, yeah. And so now most people on this channel know me as a bookseller. But yeah,
Yeah.
in my previous life, I was an engineer, which is where all this technology background is coming back to me. And we just have a great friendship. We're born on the same day, you know.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so every year we celebrate that day. Okay, so we're talking about immune boosters in these times for people of color. We've got about 30 minutes. We want to get a lot done. There's going to be three items that Brother Ben is going to speak on. He's going to start with talking about stress and stress busting. He's going to talk about immunity and then close off with some suggested remedies. Now, remember, neither one of us are doctors, okay?
Right.
But we've gone through a lot. We've done a lot of research in this area, and have had very good results. So we're just sharing our personal experiences for something for you to consider. Just for you to consider, of course, everything. You can Google it these days. Don't take our word for it.
Right.
Double check, and triple check and all that good stuff. So
Exactly.
I'm going to turn it over to you, Ben.
Okay, good, good. The reason I wanted to start off with stress because stress is really the basis of a lot of the illnesses that we go through. And then when we get like germs and viruses, that makes it even worse because we've been under stress for so long. Since
That's
your body's
true.
already in a rundown, since your body's already in a rundown state, it makes it easier for what they call pathogens or bacteria or viruses when they come in. It's harder for your body to fight them off, and so you're at a point where you can easily become ill. Oh, so with stress, so most people may have heard about cortisol. Now, you may see commercials on television talking about ways to reduce your stress, and they're usually talking about the hormone cortisol, or you may have heard it as the fight or flight. So once you're at a point, people always use the analogy if you are out in the jungle somewhere or prairie somewhere, and a lion or some fast animal gets behind you, you get a rush of cortisol so that you fight or flight so that you can run. So it gives you this hormone gives you extra ability to run faster, make you a little stronger. I mean, I'm not talking about superhero Marvel type stuff. This is just normal so that you can run faster to get away from whatever it is that's causing you danger at that moment. So, but the thing is, it's not only during times when you are in danger, there are other times throughout the day. Say, for instance, if you're at work or at your business and there is something going wrong that makes you uh, gets you upset or gets you angry, that will produce more cortisol. That will get your fight or flight up. Um, Even if you have a supervisor or manager that you can't get along with or coworkers, that will cause it to go up. Now, to use an example, to use something that people are going through right now, when you look at, we are working at home now. Most people are working at home every day. And so you may take a break and to look at the news to see what's happening. So if you are looking at negative news all day, every day, and we know that 10 o'clock at night, you look at the local news, it's always gunshots, someone's killed or whatever. That is that's keeping your cortisol up. So you're always like under stress. And especially also now during the day, like a couple of times today, we get updates on what's happening with the virus and the illness, right? So we all know one of those updates are pretty good, and the other update makes most people kind of upset. So what you really should do, especially for the late ones, really don't look at it, especially if it's going to make you upset.
Yeah.
Just wait until after it's done, and there are commentators who can give the highlights on what was said. If you still really need to find out more information about the second update, because most of the time the second update doesn't give you information as far as what you need to do, what updates, something that's going to be like helpful. They're not talking about, we getting more masks out, we ventilators, this is how many is on order, we help in this state. No, they don't give you any of those type of details. It's more of something else. So you know how the second one is going to go.
Yes.
So you can, those are different ways that you can reduce stress by not looking at things that you know that are going to upset you. Now, certain things like your job and that you can't, you can't do too much about it, but you can change the way that you react to it. But you can't right now, like maybe like change the situation and say, you know what, I need a new manager. Now, you may not be able to do that. I want to work with some different people. You may not be able to do that, but you can, for some of those, change the way that you react. Another thing that also causes your cortisol level to go up is if you stay up late at night. Because even though you're up late at night, and you may be doing, you may be doing some research, you may be reading, you may be doing something educational. But since your body is supposed to be asleep at that time, it's under stress, trying to keep you awake. So you're increasing your cortisol level. So yeah, you don't supposed to have cortisol hours and hours throughout 24 hours. It's only needed, like you mentioned earlier, fight or flight. So you don't need it all the time. So these are some things that you can do to reduce that. Try to go to bed. I know you can't do it like all of a sudden just in one night and change your habit, but gradually try to go 30 minutes earlier each night until you get to a point where you can make sure that you get a full, no, most people say 7 to 8 hours of sleep or whatever your body needs. Because everyone is not the same. So you want to be able to get enough sleep so that when you wake up, you're not dozing off throughout the day. That's when you know you have enough sleep. So if you know that if you get up, you at work, or like now we're working at home, you start dozing off throughout the day, you're not getting enough sleep. And so yeah, so you need to take care of that. Now let's talk about let's go into immunity.
Okay.
So yeah, most people probably haven't heard immunity in so much. I mean, the last few weeks than in their lifetime.
Yes, yes.
so, so basically, a simple way to think about it is your immune system or your immunity is your way so that your body can defend itself from what you would call a foreign invader or something that's not supposed to be within your body. Your body has a way to go and attack that and remove it from your body or destroy it so that it will not hurt you. It's not supposed to be a normal part of your body, right? So now more like technical or yeah, I'll put it like technical ways of thinking about it is that you've heard people talk about maybe the your thymus gland. Your thymus gland is like right in your like your breastbone area. This is what produce what they call those different types of cells, T4 cells, lymphocytes. These are things that help. I mean, people have heard of also white blood cells, and people have heard of lymph nodes. All of these together work as part of your immune system.
Okay.
So what they do is that, and like I said, any foreign invader, and just in this case, like say for instance, viruses, bacteria, anything that doesn't supposed to be in your body, it will recognize that, attack that, and destroy it and take it out of your body. Right now, so what's happened sometimes is that your immune system is not working as well as it should. Now, some of the things that contribute to that, and I'm sure you've heard lately that that more African Americans have a high percentage of lying in certain cities, states, or whatever than other people, right? If you are suffering from any types of conditions, so like high blood pressure, uh, blood sugar problems, asthma, any of those types of illnesses, right? What happens is your body is spending a lot of time trying to handle those issues, and that weakens your entire body. Um, because you have a lot more than just your thymus gland. You got the pituitary gland, you got the pancreas, you got they're all different types of glands. So if one gland is stressed, it's putting stress on the whole system. So say for instance, if you have, blood sugar problems, right? So your body is constantly, trying to adjust your blood sugar, right? Insulin and all of this. And so now you get some type of bacteria or virus that invades. Your body's already at a weak state, right? And you can walk around and function and all of that. But when other invaders come in, it's going to be hard. They're going to be harder for it to fight those off. Or you will end up getting sick. Now, you may get to a point where you get sick, but your immune system may not be at such a bad point that it can still fight it off. Because I know you hear about a lot of people that, let's say the flu, right? They feel really bad for a week or two, but they come out of it and they're good. Some people, they may get over it sooner. That means that their immune system is stronger. Now, say for instance, with this current virus, there are some people where they say asymptomatic. They're not showing any symptoms, but they have the virus, right? So their immune system is able to really fight it really well. Now, so what happens in that case is that they're doing, they may not have all the different types of, like blood pressure issues or blood sugar issues, um, like lung issues. They don't have any of those type of issues, so they're able to. Their immune system has enough energy and has enough. Your body has enough reserve to fight off those what we call foreign invaders. Right. So now, uh, so what happens is that, and I don't want to go into. I'm not going to go into too deep detail this when it comes to about because they try. they talk about in order to they're waiting on a cure for this, right?
Right.
And of course, the cure for this, if in their mind, is going to be a vaccine,
Right.
right?
Right.
Right. And so now, how a vaccine works is that they give you what they say is a weakened form of whatever virus or whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And your immune system recognizes it, attacks it, you're able to fight it off and you get better, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and so in actuality, that is what's happening now. But instead of them injecting you with a vaccine, you're just getting the virus, right? And your body is trying to fight it,
Hmm.
right? So, so what's probably will happen eventually once they come up with the vaccine is that just like every year when people take the flu vaccine and they get the flu, they still get the flu, right? Even if they
Mm-hmm.
had the vaccine. So
Right.
you will probably see something similar with this. You get the shot, and you're still gonna have all the symptoms of this new virus, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So but if you work on your strengthening your immune system, then you have a better chance of fighting it off. And you have to remember too with the vaccines, if you already have a weak immune system because of other conditions that you're already suffering from, you are going to feel the same way as if you got it today. That your immune system already is weak. It's going to be the same process. If you're already weak, it's going to be a tough time for you to fight that. So
Mm-hmm.
in the meantime, before it even gets to that point, what things that you can do, I guess this is going into some recommendations of what you can do.
Yes, and in the comments, there's definitely people are interested to hear this next part. So go right ahead. They're like,
Perfect,
wait a
good.
minute, why can't we get to get to that
Right, get
part
to the good
now?
part. Right.
What do we
Okay,
need
good.
to do?
Right. What do you
Okay,
need to do?
and thanks
Okay.
everybody for joining us.
Yes. So first, if you have some other um, condition like blood sugar issues and blood pressure issues, those type of issues, you it would definitely help to work on those first. So what I mean, okay, to work on those. So there are different, I want to say, alternative uh, methods like herbal methods, diet methods, even essential oil methods that can help, right?
Okay.
Because and okay, say for instance, like with let's say with blood sugar, right?
Okay.
Um, there are different herbs that, of course, that could do something like as far as not keep so much sugar out of your blood, right? But
Okay.
the main thing that you want to do is repair your pancreas, right? Because that is the gland that is, for the most part, responsible for controlling your blood sugar, right? And it secretes insulin. Insulin goes to your muscles and allow the sugar to go in, so your muscles can use that as a fuel source, right?
Okay.
So first is to take care of your pancreas, right?
Okay.
So I would say like historical things that people have done for that is chromium. Now don't go out and start buying chromium tomorrow because just like um, when you go to the store and you see different types of let's see different types of soft drinks on the shelf, right? You see different types of breads on the shelf, different types, all these different types of products, right? Some are better than others. It's the same thing with uh, herbs, vitamins, minerals, oils, all of that. And for the most part, it doesn't have anything to do with. A lot of people like to say that, oh, it's because it's not FDA approved,
Approved.
right? Just think about all the stuff that is FDA approved, and it's
And still giving
and you see what's
problems.
happening, right?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
You see what's happening, right? Now, the only reason that it's not FDA because if it was FDA approved, you would not be able to take the amount that you need to really get rid of your illness. Right?
Interesting.
Right.
That's an
So
interesting comment.
yeah. So right. Because now they know the stuff, they know it works, but you make more money off of chemically created drugs because the margin in price is so high,
Okay.
right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So, like I mentioned earlier, for specifically for blood sugar issues, I mentioned chromium, right? But
Right.
like I said, don't go out and buy the first. Don't go out, do a little research, or you can. My information, I think, is at the bottom. You could email me and contact me later for that because there is certain forms of all of these vitamins, minerals, supplements that you need. Let's another one,
Let me
vitamin
let me
C.
let
Okay,
me
yeah, go ahead.
insert really quickly. Yeah,
Yeah,
please. We want to encourage you to contact Ben Stanton directly because, of course, all of our situations are unique. Our age, our stress level, how much sleep we're getting, all of that is different. And he will work with you to, find out exactly what you may need to attack first. It might not be what you're actually calling about. So
mhm,
definitely, at the bottom of the screen, you'll see you can send him a Facebook message at
mhm.
benjamin.stanton.35 or a direct email, the bjstanton 999 at att.net. And again, he's not a doctor, he's just
Right.
somebody I would trust with everything because he has tested a lot of these supplements that are on the market and he's not just in it. This is just, my personal recommendation of him. He's not just looking at the money side of it. He's really cares, about giving you factual information. So I couldn't give him a higher
All
recommendation.
right.
Um,
Thank you
and
very much.
we have some folks with comments on the side. I want you to finish your other train of thought about vitamin C, and then maybe
Yeah.
we can go to
Right.
that because I thought I had started the timer
Yeah.
and I didn't, so I don't know how
Oh
much
my God.
time we got.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
didn't
Good.
start it, but yeah,
Okay.
we're
Good.
trying to keep this within a half an hour, everybody.
Okay, yeah, yeah. And so with any vitamins, even in minerals, even like I mentioned, chromium and vitamin C. Now, the first place to get it, and the best place to get it is from food. Um, yeah, and even though when you get it from food, it may be, say, for instance, like in a lower percentage, what you would call what they have on the side of food and vitamin that you're the recommended daily allowance.
Okay.
But when you get it naturally from food, and we want to say that I want to say natural or organic food, more natural. And that's a long conversation too, natural versus organic. But if you get it from a natural food, it works for you better. Your body could better assimilate it as more what they call like bioactive. It works better if you can get it from food. Uh, and I am going to say this for about vitamin C. Don't get ascorbic acid. Ascorbic
Oh,
acid is by itself. Uh, you want to get all of the vitamins come in like what they call a complex. Most of us know about vitamin B complex.
right.
So you've heard the term vitamin B complex.
Yes.
In vegetarians or vegans, they know about vitamin B12. People hear about vitamin B1, vitamin B5. So you know vitamin B is a complex. Where all the other vitamins are also complex.
Okay.
So it's more than just ascorbic acid that you need. You need the whole complex of vitamin C.
Okay.
So if you eat, and I know the most popular thing is oranges, right?
Right.
But there are things that have other foods that have much more vitamin C than oranges. Quick, just bell peppers, green, yellow, red. They have much more vitamin C than oranges. Your green leafy vegetables, more vitamin C than oranges. And really good
Really?
ones,
Oh
yeah.
my
And
goodness,
the
I didn't know
really,
that.
yeah, and the really good ones is like Swiss chard, so
Okay.
rainbow chard. It's come to the stem that's in different colors. You see it in red, green, yellow, white. So
Oh,
those are
all of them are
yeah, yeah,
equally okay.
yeah.
All
So
right.
those are really good. So any food that you can turn to get your vitamins and minerals, that is your best way to do it. Now, of course, if you are already at a point where you are having a condition, some illness in your body, that's why people will supplement, because they'll tell you that, okay, when you ill, you need much more of that substance. And then even once you become better, some people will continue to take the supplements, but you should not have to take as many. And some of those supplements you shouldn't have to continue to take for the rest of your life if you have changed the way you have eaten, you drink enough water, you get enough sleep. Uh, yeah,
Oh my goodness, thank you so
yeah,
much for saying that, because that is the first thing they say with medications, that you have to take this
yeah. You got to
for
take
the
this for the rest of
rest
your
of
life.
your life.
Right. So just think when you get better and you're eating better, you're sleeping better, you're drinking water, you're exercising, you don't have to keep, and you're getting all of the nutrients that you need from your food. You shouldn't have to keep taking supplements, especially large amounts of supplements every day. Now there may be some uh, nutrients or phytonutrients that you're not getting, even if you ate a perfect diet. You can add those, but you shouldn't have to have like tons and tons of supplements that you're taking every day.
Oh,
Right,
I
especially once you get better.
totally
You don't,
agree
yeah,
with that.
you
Totally agree with
don't do
that.
that. Yeah, that's too much.
And when
Um,
they work quickly. When it's really the
mhm,
right mix for
mhm.
you, it's
Right,
amazing.
exactly. And what helps is that, and like, so once someone, if they were to like contact me, we can go into more detail. But you want to get your body at a point where, let's say, for instance, if you I use myself as an example. I used to be, well, I am lactose intolerant, right?
Okay, me too. Yeah.
I can't do dairy. So now, when I was younger, I didn't know what lactose intolerance was, but I was suffering from the symptoms. It felt like almost every day I had a cold. And there are some days where I'm perfect, I can run, play, do all kind of stuff like as I'm growing up, no problem. But there were some days where I felt like I had a cold every day. I mean, at that time, I didn't know anything about lactose intolerance. Now, as I got older, graduated from college and all of that, and I met someone that was in the herbs and vitamins and minerals, and they was doing a talk, and they mentioned about lactose intolerant, and they was talking about dairy. I said, that's interesting. And because then I started noticing that every time I had, milk, ice cream, or whatever, I would get sick for a long period of time, and then eventually it would wear off. So with that, so when I noticed that, when I just stopped it, just cold turkey, I did not have that issue. Now, even when I went to try, they have, and it's still out today. Like, I'm trying not to mention the brand, but it's a brand that say they've taken the lactose out of it,
Oh
and
yeah.
so now you can enjoy the real milk or whatever. I
Right.
took that, and I still was sick.
Really? I didn't never try those.
So what happens is you take it, and for a little while you're good, but down the line you get just as sick as if you was drinking whole milk. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow, wow, wow.
so I can't. And then you get to a point, you hear enough, presentations, and it's like it doesn't make any sense for a human to be drinking cow's milk. Cow's milk is for a baby calf, and it's designed to increase the size of that baby calf to become a huge cow, right? It's not designed for us, right? So yeah, so I mean, I'm not telling, trying to tell people, don't drink milk or whatever, right?
Right, right.
But because if you because what happened is that I'm not as popular as some other people, like some celebrities, when they mention that they're not going to eat another hamburger, and then they have millions of followers, and then they're like, I'm not eating hamburger, and then next thing you know, the government is out. So no, I'm nothing like that. But if you know that you are lactose intolerant, try to see if cutting out that particular food, dairy, all types of dairy, and see will it help.
I'm
Um,
telling you, that is definitely my experience. When I cut it out, I had the same thing that you
right.
did, just perpetual
Yeah.
cold, and it just
Egg,
instantly, not instantly, after
exactly.
5 days, that's how
Right.
long it took to get out of my system. Then I
Exactly.
noticed, yeah,
Right. And so now,
symptom free.
yeah, and so with that clogging up your lungs, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now
Yes.
you're able to breathe better. You have more energy because your body is not producing all this mucus trying to get rid of, this dairy, right?
Yes.
And so now that's also in your intestines. You got like 20, 30 feet of intestines you got to clean up, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now there's, you see on the market, and you may have seen late night TV, people talking about order my, they used to say colon cleanse, but now they say detox. Order my detox, do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can, some are more extreme than others. And it depends upon the condition you're into. If you're
Mm-hmm.
not having, you're not having enough bowel movements per day, and it's like it gets into weeks and months, there's a problem because you're steady eating,
Mm-hmm.
you're not having the food is
Stuck in you.
still there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Junk in that trunk, as they say.
and so like if you leave garbage in a garbage bag or can or whatever
Mm-hmm.
after so many days and you open it, yeah, you
Oh yeah,
can't
that
have it
ain't cool.
there. You can't have it there forever. You got to get rid of that. So there are things that you can do. I first think start with some water.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not, I mean,
Yeah.
recommended. Oh, so you drink water. So
Yeah.
you recommended you, yeah. So at least half your body. I'm sure people have heard. Well, people most know about 8 glasses of water, right?
That's right.
And then now it's drink half your body weight in ounces of water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be the first thing. And when you're doing this, I know a lot of people are like, I don't like water, like taste water. You can try squeezing, lemon in the water, and like
Mm-hmm.
first thing in the morning.
Freshen it up.
Try to do it at room temperature. Don't do it ice cold. But if you don't like room temperature, cool it up just a little bit, and put
Mm-hmm.
some lemon juice in, real lemon. Squeeze the lemon
A
juice in
real
there.
lemon, yes.
Yeah, real lemons. Yeah, squeeze it in and drink that. And you
Just
don't
a little bit.
just and don't try to get in all of your glasses of water for the day in a short period of time. Stretch it
Mm-hmm.
out over the day because what you want to do is that because you drink all of it a lot at once, all you're going to be doing is going to the bathroom and getting rid of it. You
Mm-hmm.
want your body to use the water to cleanse the body. It goes into the cells and cleans out the cells and break down things in your intestines and then slowly get rid of stuff. So that's what you want to do. You want to give your body a chance to use the water, not just rush it through and it just rushes
Mm-hmm.
out. You want to give your
Mm-hmm.
body a chance to use the water. Like
Yes.
like it's say 8 glasses of water a day or 8 cups a day. Stretch
Mm-hmm.
it out over the entire day. Just drink some water every half hour
Mm-hmm.
or drink some water every hour. If it
Mm-hmm.
starts you don't like water, drink some every hour. And
Sip
you do
on
this
it.
throughout the whole year, all
Mm-hmm.
day. And eventually you'll see that you get the water in all day. You get it in and you're not forcing it in because you don't like it. And eventually what happens, you'll notice that you're going to actually have more energy
Mm-hmm.
after a
Mm-hmm.
while. So you getting your water in, you're going to feel better and you're going to have more energy because it's also going to help you to get rid of a lot of waste. It's like a detox.
Now, Ben, I do see that we have been talking 31 minutes
Oh my God, just that quick.
already. I know, and there are a few comments. So I want to make sure before we sign off, if you don't mind, unless there's one more thing,
Oh yeah, no
you
problem.
wanted to. Okay, and then of course I'll turn it back over to you to close out. So one comment I think is in agreement with your talking about B complex. He says when you ingest an active chemical compound of interest, it should be in, I think he means in eating in a matrix mixture. That's
Mhm.
the comment I think is agreeing with. If it's not agreeing with, please comment again. But I think he's using matrix as you're using complex, B complex.
Yeah.
And another person, would you repeat what food has more vitamin C than an orange.
Oh, bell peppers. Yeah, that would be the bell peppers. The green, red, yellow bell peppers. Yeah, use those.
Okay.
And it's if your digestion is good, cut them like julienne style or chop them up and put them in your salads.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Right. And then if not, you can cook them a little bit. But the longer you cook something, you're destroying the vitamins and nutrients within it, right? But some foods now increase as you're cooking like vitamin A for carrots and lycopene in tomatoes.
Oh, I
But
didn't know that.
yeah, so
Okay.
those are improved as you cook them, but
Wow.
most of them don't. So try to
Okay.
eat, yeah, especially the country, try to eat
Carrots.
them raw.
Wow.
Yeah, try to eat them raw.
Okay. And then you also mentioned some green leafies.
Yeah, yeah. So the one I mentioned was for chard. Yes,
Okay.
yes, rainbow. You'll see it in two types. You see rainbow chard that comes in a bunch where they have a mixture of the stem will be red, yellow, green, and then
Okay.
the other one's called Swiss chard. It'll just be like a red or like a white or green, light green stem, just like collard greens.
Okay.
But the taste and all that because with kale you can eat the stems for the most part. It cooks tender up just like the leaf.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true. Yeah, I learned that recently. I was throwing them away, but
yeah,
yeah, you
yeah,
can
yeah.
use
Cook,
it.
yeah,
That's where a
yeah.
lot of the nutrients are,
Right,
right?
right. Yeah, cook. Yeah,
The
slice them up
stem.
first and cook them first, and then add the
Wow.
leaves to it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, we have another comment saying basically right on because you were saying take care of your underlying issues first.
Yeah.
And then someone says what happens is you're inject. I think he's talking about vaccines. You're injected with a dead pathogen like a dead virus, um, killed in an autoclave. These viruses or viri
Mm.
are disabled and cannot infect living cells. The immune system responds back with antibodies, which attempt to fight. Okay, this may be a doctor. Fight the invading virus. In this way, you now have an antidote that is specific to the invading virus. I don't
Right.
know if you had a comment on that.
Uh, no. Well, I was going to talk about vitamin D, right?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So and along those lines, right? With your body defense, right? It will normally recognize the virus, uh, kill it, destroy it, and you're good, right?
Okay.
Now, the way these viruses get in, it is there are steps to where how these viruses can invade your body tissue, right? There are there are certain defenses that are broken down that will allow those viruses to make you sick. Now,
Mm.
those things are strengthened when you take or when you get naturally vitamin D, right? So the best way to get it is to go out in the sun.
All right.
Uh, go out
All
in the
right.
sun. If you can't do it daily, I know people up north they can't because it's cold, and you have to show enough, get it on in your skin, hit your skin so you can produce that vitamin D. That's the best way. If can't get it that way, then supplement. Uh, now, but and actually, it's particular vitamin D3.
Okay.
Just like B comes in a complex,
Yeah.
C comes in a complex, vitamin D also comes in a
All
complex.
right. All
And
right.
so the D3 portion of that is what you need.
Now you know we
And
have 2 minutes left.
I got 2 minutes.
I'm
No,
so sorry.
time is going
And
fast.
there are
Okay,
6 people have been hanging with us, so there's definitely
okay,
interest. And this is not going to be
okay,
the last time we hear from you. I just want to make sure before we get cut off that people go
yeah,
to
okay,
the bottom of the screen. Make sure to contact you.
yeah.
While you close out, I'm going to see if there's any pressing questions before you close. But go ahead and start closing out, please. And go to afriwarebooks.com, by the way, because they're the sponsors for this.
Yes,
We're the
that,
sponsors for this
yeah,
broadcast, and there's plenty of health books on health there.
yes, exactly. Yes, especially Dr. Africa's book. Really, really good because
Yes.
he give you the history of the any type of ailment or disease, uh, tells you what causes it, and gives you more than one way to remedy yourself of that particular disease. He does that for each and every one in his book, African Holistic Health. And try to, if you could get the late, even if you get the old version, it's good. But I know he has there's another version
Oh
out,
yeah,
so that would
we
be even
got
better.
you. We got that. Yeah.
Yes, that would be even better. Really, really good. Um, so yeah, so we're going to stress first thing, and do the things that you can control for the stress. Like don't look at the news repeatedly. Get the
Mm-hmm.
information. Once you got it, you don't have to look at the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock news. Just look at one, get them, they repeat. But once you
Mm-hmm.
have the information, boom, you got it. Uh, Try to control some of the ways that you can react to stress, even though you may not be able to control the situation,
Mm-hmm.
the way you react to stress. Um, as far as building up your immune system, first work with your underlying issues that you already have to correct those.
Mm-hmm.
What is blood pressure issues, diabetes, asthma, whatever it is that you're dealing with. Work on those first, and then work on that'll help also to build your immune system. But then you can do specific things after that to help with your immune system. You can add the foods that have vitamin C complex, vitamin A complex, because they have carotenes and beta carotene, all these different types of teams that you hear about. That is like a vitamin A complex. So same thing. All Try to get your vitamins from the food that you eat. And I didn't want to try to go against like junk food versus natural food, because I think people automatically know that junk food and processed food is not good for you. So if you want to get well, just make a choice to eat good food. We talked about how to increase your water intake, which is also good.
Mm-hmm.
Vitamin D. Get it in the sun if you can. If you could take some breaks throughout the day, get it through the sun. If not, then go. Oh, I didn't get more detailed supplements. You want to make sure that you don't take too much vitamin D, right?
Okay.
Because it can be toxic. And you want to do the vitamin D3. So focus on the vitamin D3. You don't want to take too much because it can get toxic. There are lots of information
Mm-hmm.
out on the web where there are studies where people in the hospital, they take a certain amount if they are under an illness, and it helps them to get better, and then they have a maintenance dose that they can take. So,
Mm.
right. So and then it's also with brands. You want to research the brand, make sure they don't get into any type of scandals or anything like that, to make sure they're good. So like the types of D3 and all of that.
Oh wow.
Uh, yeah, I think we're
This.
getting close, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. We got 1 minute left, but that was just a wonderful review and recap, and um, I definitely always learn something when we talk. And I was just reading the comments at the same time. It's definitely well received. I'm going to put the comment. They're asking about the exact book that you mentioned, African Holistic Health. I'll put the link actually to the Afriware website. Right?
Yes,
We could do that next time ahead of time.
yes, yes.
Does anyone else have any comments? People are saying thank you. Of course, we're going to
Oh yeah.
save this so that you can watch it. Hello, David Pollard. Oh, wow. Laverne, Sokola, Lawanzer, been very active. Cole Lewis, Clifford Smith. Let's see, Rachel Goldberg. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say everybody's that you might want to be. Well, they're in the
Don't want to get.
comments, so they know that they are
Uh,
public. But I think I saw my cousin on here, and Patrina. Hey, hey, Patrina, you remember her?
yeah.
Sam Martin. Yeah, my cousin. There he is. Hey, Khalid. All right. And thank you all so much. This is so encouraging. This is our very first Afriware Books cultural broadcast system. And oh, we got lots of hearts and thumbs up then. So I think
Oh,
we might
good.
have, yeah, it's 43 minutes. So
Okay.
we'll have to do a take two. Maybe just we'll start off with the immune boosters, and then
Yeah, we
maybe
can go
we
more
can
detail on those.
take some specific ailments. And of
Yeah.
course, all these are suggestions. Nothing is a
Mhm.
prescription. And
Right.
feel free to follow up directly with Brother Ben at the information. You can see his contact information at the bottom of the screen. And anything else you can think of before we sign off?
Yeah, probably next time we go into more like I'll mention one exercise. Most people have heard about it's an old book that's called The Fountain of Youth.
Okay.
And those is basically the I think it's maybe 5 or 6 Tibetan rites.
Oh.
Those exercises work on your balancing your glands.
Oh, wow.
So your glands is going to help to strengthen your immune system. So if you don't want to do any type of strenuous exercise, you can try those 5 Tibetan rites and the
Oh,
fountain of.
it cut us off. It cut us off because the video screen, it says fetching video. So people are still sending. I'm going to go ahead and end it. Maybe they can hear the audio. I'm not sure. But thank you, everyone. I'm going to sign off. I know that the video can't be seen. Thank you all so much again. And we will be back again. Oh, now the video's being shown. That was weird. But maybe we can try
We'll
to
talk
do
about it
this.
next time.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do this next time. This is a great
Yeah.
start. So thanks all. Take
All
care.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, I hit